Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and we're going to be continuing with year number 5 in this one of our Miami Marlins Rebuild in MLB The Show 18, and this is kind of like a part 3 to season 5. Now we're at the trade deadline from where we left off last time, and as you can see in the middle there, our record is 49-54, so it's not really where we want it to be at, not where we expected it to be at. We're just having not the best year. A couple guys that are really not performing as we expected them to. As you can see the roster again. But we're going to be looking to make a few trades, and between videos I actually went in and looked and tried to figure some out so that we could just go right in and do them. And I have 3 written down that I want to make. We're going to be bringing in some, I guess, bigger name, well, not necessarily bigger name players, but guys that can potentially have a nice impact on our team. We're going to be moving on from a couple guys on the Major League roster, a couple guys that are, I guess, just depth pieces or on the 40-man roster that aren't on the Major League roster. But yeah, we got a couple of moves to make here. I'm not really sure if it's going to be good enough to get us to the playoffs this season, but hopefully it can actually help us moving into next year as well. Because next season will probably be the last of this rebuild. So we're hoping and trying to get to the playoffs before then. But yeah, the first trade that we're going to be making is actually one that I wasn't expecting to. Now, I went through the roster and I realized that we really need a middle infielder and maybe a reliever just to come in and really help us out. So I wasn't expecting to make this deal with the Diamondbacks, but if you remember me saying in the last video when I was talking about the trades that we make, I think I mentioned it. There was one guy on the Diamondbacks who I looked at and passed up on, Matt Bochelle, but we're going to be getting him this time. Now I know we just called up Diaz, but we're actually going to be trading him away because Bochelle's, his offense is just so much better than Diaz. So I really do think that this is really going to help us out. So we're going to be trading Diaz. We're also going to be moving on from Faria, who, he had a good season for us, but that's what I'm worried about seeing, what he's done so far this year, and I'm really not I'm not confident that he's gonna go back to this. He might stay around that more, just based off of past experiences that I've seen in this game. So I am gonna be moving on from him, and then just to get the deal to go through, we're gonna throw in Matt Adams. So we're moving $4.8 million and bringing in 3.9, so we're saving some money as well. So hopefully this deal helps us out this season and next. So now the next trade that we're going to be making is for that middle infielder, and we're going to be moving on from Daniel Robertson, as well as, who else? A starting pitching prospect in Fred Eldridge, and then we're also going to be moving on from, actually, Miguel Amaya, who's a pretty big prospect, both in this game and in real life, I think, or maybe he's not. I don't know if he's actually, I think he's a big prospect in real life. Either way, we're going to have to put Rogers or Banfield on the 40-man roster. I actually signed a few catchers just to fill out the organizational depth, along with a few relievers. But yeah, we're going to be trading these guys to the Blue Jays, because the Blue Jays are ripe with talent. But we're going to be receiving shortstop Bo Bichette. Now, he actually is only making $66,000 a year, so I'm thinking they had him at the beginning of this rebuild on like a 5-year deal or something, because I don't know how it would be that low any other way. So he's going to be receiving some money next season, but he's still in that renewable contract stage, so it's not going to be too much. So at least for this rebuild, for the rest of the rebuild, we should have him under a pretty big bargain of a salary, is what I'm saying, because he is a good player. So that we're going to make this trade to address that middle infield need, and then we have one more trade in mind that we're going to be making. We're going to be moving on from Claudio mostly because he's trending down. Now, I could be wrong with this. Maybe he evens out. I'm not really sure, but, you know, I really don't want to take the risk. And it is clearing up a bit of money as well. So we're going to be moving on from Claudio, along with starting pitching. He's not really a prospect anymore, but Pablo Lopez. Kind of clear up that starting pitching that we have. It's kind of like a log jam there. And then also a shortstop, because we're only allowed to have one Boshell on the team at a time. Chet Boshell, who is just kind of a depth piece. He really isn't a prospect that we're looking at having any impact on us. He's got a lot of speed, pretty good defender, but we're going to be moving on from him, using him in this trade to kind of get the deal to go through. And we're going to be making a trade with the Twins, who I'm pretty sure we've already made like 2 or 3 trades with. But we're going to be receiving 2 relievers. One is Oscar Ramirez, who is, you know, I guess he can close. We might stick with Minter, though, have him maybe in the setup role. We'll kind of see how he performs. But we're also going to be getting Reed, whose contract is a little expensive, but it's only for 1 year. And, you know, we're still saving money on this deal. So I think we should be good. I don't know if we'll bring back Reed next season, but he is a good reliever and he's performing well this season, so we're going to go out and get him. So that's going to be the 3rd trade, and I think that's going to be it. We just got to go into the roster and kind of clear things up a little bit. We got 26 players on the Major League roster right now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 1 extra reliever here. I think we might send down Holder. Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. Nobody take him. Nobody claim him, please. Had I known that, I probably would have just sent down Del Pozo, but excuse me. Yeah, so hopefully nobody claims him, but that kind of clears up the relievers there. And then we have Miles and Smith, of course. I don't know which to put on the 40-man roster between Rogers and Banfield. I guess Rogers for now. I don't really think it matters too much, but you know, we'll put him on the 40-man roster. So we still have Miles and Smith. We got Boshell at first base, Gurriel still, and Ketel Marte, Drury and Urshela. So, wait a minute. Oh, Bichette. Alright, so we also have Bichette at shortstop. I completely forgot that we got him. And then in the outfield, we still have all the same guys in Tomas, Anderson, Renfroe, Kirilloff, and Gonzalez. One move I might make is potentially to move... I was thinking about bringing up Mesa for Kirilloff, but he's really good versus righties. I might keep him up. He may just be having a down season. So yeah, I think we're going to keep him up for now. Going to the pitching rotation, see if we need to switch anything up here. I don't think we do. I'm going to move Addison Reed in the middle relief. Leave Oscar Ramirez here. How's his clutch? 69. Maybe I should have someone with higher clutch in the setup role. Green, I'm looking at you. You got some pretty good clutch rating. I think we'll keep this for now. See how they do. Lineups, we have shortstop. We need to fill in with Bichette. He actually fits nicely in that 3-hole. At least against lefties, he does. We'll see if we can switch that up. And then Bichette and Bichette. And then I think, yeah, wait, who are we missing? Oh, first base. Boshell. That's not, wait a minute. I just realized that. Okay, so Boshell and we'll switch that up. Boshell. Keep him in the 3-hole there. And I think, no, Boshell will be every day. So we'll put him in for Urshela. Yeah, but we'll keep him a little bit lower there against lefties. Bichette. I'm trying to think, who should we... Yeah, maybe we'll just switch it up like that. I don't know. We'll do that, and then I do want to move him up higher. Oops. Wait, that was too high. 72 and 57. Yeah, I think that's okay. Maybe we switch him with Renfroe, actually, since Renfroe has more power. Wait, what did I do? Oh, no. Wait, did I do the right thing? Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. Alright, no, wait, no, hold on, I'm confused. Bochel's down here. Wait, right... righties? Wait, what? Oh, okay, I get it. We'll leave him there then. Alright, so I think that should do it for setting that up. I'm not sure, like I said, that we're going to necessarily make the playoffs this time. Is everything good? Yeah, it's just the minor leagues. But yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to make the playoffs this year. Maybe we turn things around. We're off to a good start. But we'll see how things go. If not, I'm hoping we'll make them next season. But we'll just, yeah, I don't think we're going to make the playoffs this year. We're just going to finish the season, sim through it, and then we'll kind of go over everything at the end. So we're into September now, well, a couple games under 500. I can't keep up with the simulation. So we'll see. Yeah, we're just losing too many games. We're not gonna, yeah. Not a good year for us. Definitely a letdown year for the Miami Marlins here. So let's check out this. We'll erase that. Check out the roster here, how everyone did. Alcantara, 1-8. Oh my god. He just does not perform. That's disappointing. That's very disappointing. You know what we have to do? I forgot to do. I want to take Pannone off. I don't want to release him. I just want to... I can't remove him from the 40-man roster? Why not? Maybe it's just a bad time of the year to do that, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I want to move Dunton onto the 40-man roster and take Pannone off. So Alcantara obviously did terrible. Yeah, I don't know. He just does not perform well in the major leagues. I don't. Maybe we trade him in the offseason, try and get someone back for him, because he's got a lot of potential. He's a decent overall rating. Maybe he'll play better for another team, but he's not playing good for us. Bridwell, he 14-9, had a 3.03 ERA. He does really well. I was actually watching another guy's channel that someone in the comments recommended to me when they were talking to me about the draft. I think is K Nasty. I forget the numbers after his name, but I think he has this player that he always goes to. I think Andrew Triggs, who just tends to perform really well, even though you would kind of expect he wouldn't. I think Bridwell is kind of that guy for me. I tend to go after him, but you know, he's got a really good walks per 9 rating, decent clutch, decent control, pretty good all-around pitcher. He's just not like an overpowering guy, but he always performs well. His ERA is like very rarely above 4. A pretty good pitcher. You should try and pick him up if you're looking for someone like that when you play. But yeah, so Bridwell does well for us this season. Tanaka had a nice year, 11-11, 200 innings, had a 3.24 ERA. His whip's pretty low, or pretty not necessarily low, but a pretty good whip. Garcia, 3.28 ERA, 8-10. He was rated a 90 overall around the deadline. So that was really nice to see. Lamet bounced back in the second half, brought that ERA down, 3.62 now. He went 10-11, so we had a pretty good year overall for the starters. That definitely was one of our strengths, the rotation, so that was nice to see that they kind of came through. Nobody took Holder. Okay, that's good. Because he's a good pitcher. He's a good bullpen piece. I don't know why he struggled this year. Definitely want to give him another shot next season. Del Pozo, though, he did pretty well. he had a nice choice putting him as that internal piece to fill out the bullpen. He went 5-1, 3.31 ERA. He had 1 save, 73 innings, not bad. His whip's a little high, but he had a good season. Joe Jimenez, 5-2, 2.76 ERA. He performed well. He had a second straight good year after that 1 year that he struggled. Chad Green brought his ERA down under 4, so maybe he's coming back from that bad year last year. Hopefully he has a nice solid year next year, but he had a good season. Addison Reed, ERA went up. I think it was at 1.78 when we traded for him, but still a very good year for him. He's a very solid relief pitcher. Always a positive addition to a team. But he had 25 saves, all for the Twins. But he had a nice season. A whip was under 1. Alvarado, 91 innings, 3.74 ERA. So he brought his ERA down as well. Hopefully he has a little bit of a bounce back year next season. Not that he had a bad year this year, but his ERA is usually in the 2s. So hopefully he can turn it around a little bit next season. Oscar Ramirez came over and he did very well. 2.16 ERA in 40 innings. Good whip. Minter, 44 saves, 2.76 ERA, so he came back down, really helped his season out. Though, how many? 11 blown saves. We really don't need that. So we're going to be looking for him to really, have a little bit better of a save percentage next season. Blaine Miles had a 246 average, so that dropped a bit, but he had 20 homers, so that was good to see. Will Smith, again, very consistent with what he's been doing for his whole career so far. 4 homers, 124 at-bats at 234. His on-base is pretty good, though. 301. Not a lot of playing time, but still. Bochelle, 21 homers, so he didn't hit too much for power for us, but he's still improving. Just shy of 160 hits, hit 267. Gurriel Jr. struggled big time. We may look to move from him. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll kind of see how things work out in the offseason. Marte looks like he's starting to really decline. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to be re-signing him, but he didn't have too bad of a season. He filled out that second base position nicely. Drury is declining as well. Not nearly as much, but I'm not really sure. We're going to have to see about him. If we bring him back, it might just be in a bench role, but he had 271, 14 homers, 150 hits. Not a bad season. Urshela, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, where the accent is. 72 hits, hit 283, so he had a nice year. Platooning at first and then kind of transferring to a bench role. Bichette struggled a little bit more for us, hit 254 with 15 homers. So we're looking for him to kind of improve a little bit next season. Tomas, another solid year, 270, 26 homers. Very good season for him. And then we have Anderson, who's dropped a little bit versus lefties, but he's not declining. Definitely a down year for him, though, 247. He hit 20 homers. What about his on-base? His on-base was pretty good, 303. Then we have Renfroe, whose potential is going down. Power is dropping a little bit. But he had 26 homers on 140 hits at 254. Not a bad year for him. Marwin Gonzalez had a very solid season off the bench for us, hitting just under 300. 12 homers, 79 hits. And then, of course, Kirilloff struggled a bit, but he did hit for power. 9 homers, hit 222. And just about 171 at-bats. So overall, a pretty good year for the record that we show. Finished 14 games out. The Mets won the East. The Brewers won the Central. The Dodgers won the West. The Pirates and the Cubs got the wild card spot. The Red Sox took the East. The Indians the Central. The Athletics took the West. And then we got the Yankees and the Mariners in the AL wildcard spot. So, some down years for some of these players, especially, and some of the guys that we traded for as well kind of dropped a little bit after we got them. But, hopefully these guys can bounce back, have some decent years next year, and maybe we'll make the playoffs next season. That's what I'm hoping for. We definitely are trending up, though, as we're 12th overall now. But yeah, moving into the postseason, we got the Cubs against the Pirates and the Mariners against the Yankees. We'll see who won. The Cubs are out, and they did not play yet, but the Mariners are out as well. All right, so let's see. We got Dodgers and Milwaukee against Cleveland and Boston in the championship series. We got Cleveland in the World Series against Milwaukee. Look at that. Milwaukee's up 1-0. Cleveland's up 2-1. Cleveland's up 3-1. Can they win it? Not yet. Tied at 3. The Indians, I don't think they've won yet, but apparently they've broken their curse. Or their own curse, I guess. But, you know, don't they have the longest drought now that the Cubs won in 16? Yeah, the Indians won the World Series against the Brewers. So that is going to be the end of the season. We're going to go into the off season for season number 6. I'm saying the word season quite a lot in the next video. And yeah, this one was a little bit shorter. This was kind of like more of the length that I had in mind with switching the structure around a little bit. But, you know, sometimes things take a little bit longer and I talk too much. But, yeah, thank you guys for checking this one out. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, we'll continue with the off season in the next video for the following season, just like we did these past few videos. And we'll see what we can do to make this team any better, and hopefully have a good season next year. But yeah, until the next video, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys later.